So in this video I'm going to be talking about what I think is the best team comp against any demon, and I'm going to be telling you why I think it's the best team comp for any demon. So first of all, everybody knows how powerful Ruby is. So Ruby's going to be in this team composition. The reason she's one of the most powerful leaders is because she literally buffs everything except fear resistance. Take a look here. This is the cool Lilith's Curse. This is an area of effect ability, so it's going to trigger a deadly blast that damages evil units within range and heals survivors. So not only does it damage, it heals. It does a ton of damage. It does take a while to charge up. You have to collect enough souls for it to really do a lot of damage and healing, but it's still pretty useful. But this is what she buffs. Stamina regeneration by 24%. Max cooldown reduction 25%. Now that cooldown reduction isn't really necessary for the team comp I'm going to be talking about. But the stamina and the maximum damage increase is going to be very important. And the damage reduction is important. So, as you can see, it's a lot she does here. She's not going to get possessed as much because of how much it takes to possess her. Even with this 1 point in Fear No Evil, your fear goes down during the objective, even against Ball. So she has so much damage resistance here. You could take points out of here and kind of spec it into this, but to be honest, I think this is necessary. Fear No Evil, I think, is necessary. You could do something like put more points here, but then again, you want more survivability. And yeah, to be honest, like the ideal build for her, because of this perk, would be to take everything out here, right? And put it here. This would be the ideal build for her. If you could. I'm going to put an extra point here. Actually, let's put it here. Just so for some more survivability against elites. But there isn't really a demon that's really good with their elites. Warlord, you could say, is good with his elites because he has a 7 attack string. But every elite is very slow. Plaguebringer's elites are kind of, if you don't know dodging correctly, yeah, they could be a problem. But Ball's elite's very slow. Necromancer's elite's very slow. Puppeteer's elite's very slow. You only really have to dodge the lightning. So really you don't need to spec into reduction in elite damage. That's why I have it into the furthest one here. Just for survivability. Tougher than hell. And that's 10%. And that's in case if they summon Boss. Because Boss can... that's normally how demons down Ruby players, is by using Boss. I mean, obviously Ball is not very good boss-wise, but Necro could be very problematic towards Ruby. I think Necro is a counter to Ruby. The Boss is. Right, because her Aura Blast, if you don't kill Boss before that, the units will just be resurrected and come back even stronger. Flatus is up, so they're able to counteract the damage reduction that she provides, because it increases the damage by 75% at P1. Flatus does. And then right here, come back stronger. So they have more health, more damage, and you're putting out all this damage, and that lasts for 30 seconds. It's kind of good to put it into here, but the reason I have it like this is for book phase. And I have this spec'd in so I can have Flatus and do more damage with Boss. And Boss has a 8 hit string. You want to use light attacks too. So you could really down a Ruby with Necro. But this is obviously, we're talking about the build, and we want to talk about the strength and weaknesses of every character in this best team comp, in my opinion. So my next best character to choose would be Ed. And you're thinking, why Ed? Ed's probably one of the weakest hunters. And you're going to see why when I talk about what support to run. Because this is all about synergy. So I think that the crossbow has the potential to be the strongest weapon in the game, thanks to Last Chance and his weapon mastery. I mean, it kind of shows you how powerful the potential it had because they had to nerf it. Which is funny because nobody was using the crossbow because of how bad the aim is. And I'm going to show in the video, I'm going to go into an AI match and show you like how bad the crossbow is and explain why it's bad when it comes to aiming it. And the best way to really show that is by using an explosive crossbow, because you can't see what happens to the bolts at close range. But this is the build I have for Ed. You want to be spec'd into balance bar, so stopping power, so that's 25%. Normally I had it like this, just so I had maximum dodges, survivability there with that, because there's no real reason to do quicker cooldown. The reason I'm not expecting to quicker cooldown, even though you're going to be running a Ruby in this team comp, and it would be beneficial, thanks to this ability. It's a trap, but yeah, it's just not useful. It's useful in the beginning, but it's not useful in the end game. It's not going to help you during book phase, so I'd rather have it like this. So, what it does for the team, right, is this. The Collector increases the chance that defeated enemies will drop items. So that includes ammo, shemps, and amulets. And this also improves the chances of finding crates of higher rarity. Now, why do you want higher rarity chest? Because Ruby herself needs tons of pink F to max out her aura. So who else benefits from Ed's better chests? Blacksmith. And so Blacksmith is going to be able to collect more metal scraps sooner than later. Now, this is the build I have for my Blacksmith, but to be honest, you don't really need this. You could do something like, let's see, two-handed, that's good. Ooh, I am not really spec'd very well with them. The last time I touched Blacksmith was a very long time ago, before the prestige system. So that kind of tells you how bad it is. So you want something like this, basically just maximizing your health here and your damage resistance, and you're going to be spec'ing the balance bar here because of this weapon mastery for melee. Balance bar is increased by 20% with any balance bar damage weapon. That includes the sledgehammer, mace, lumberjack axe, so think about the potential. So he's going to get more metal scraps, and he's going to get legendary weapons, and that could be a legendary melee, a legendary range weapon. So why did I talk about balance bar? Well, the fourth and final person I think should be Annie, and this is my Annie build. It's not the best type of Annie build. I still need one more point, and the point I'm going to put it into is here. Balance bar damage with melee. Because of this Haymaker, 15% more balance bar to basic units. And then Slugger, 15% more balance bar to elites. And about 60% more to boss units. So during book phase, obviously the boss is going to be maxed out if you're not careful. With the fact that this ability comes back so fast, 40 seconds, and then with this, Like, you could honestly take 1 point out of here and put it into headshot here, but I don't think it's really necessary for 15%. Or put the point into here as well. Stopping power. But to be honest, you want to be using melees for balance bar. The reason I have this is because if you pair it with an Ruby, this is going to come back even faster. You're literally going to be spamming your ability thanks to Ruby. And you get a 35% increase to range damage just naturally without using your ability. So top that on with Ruby, and the best weapon in the game, quote unquote. The only reason the crossbow isn't the best weapon in the game is because of how garbage projectiles are in this game. So, I'm going to take you into an AI match and show you the problem with crossbows.
Log entry 6. I know now what I have unleashed onto this earth, and that I will die for my transgression. If you're hearing this, the future is in your hands. Follow these instructions to the letter.
So what ended up happening is I played a solo match with AI, and I realized that the crossbow is not working as intended. And this is kind of interesting to find out, because you'll see in this match I had to go to this is a online match, but it's against a versus an AI, so the connection is going to be different, and we're going to take all types of weapons with that here. But I'm looking for a blunderbuss and a crossbow, just so we could compare the damage numbers on it. Because I feel like the crossbow does more damage than the the blunderbuss does more damage.
It's really not too bad
Than the crossbow, but because they had to nerf the crossbow at one point, so we'll see. Unfortunately, we're going up against a ball,
The first piece
and
of the map has been found.
that may be a little
Continue
bit of a
and
problem.
find the next.
Let's drop this axe. This either Leader Ash or the warrior here could use that. So I may actually spend my time looking for things because we're not getting very good luck. I should have kept that axe, I guess.
No time to mourn. Get that soul to an altar.
We're fine with disconnects. To be honest, we're just testing damage here.
I will certainly seek out more of these.
So we're not going to be worried about our fear either.
I've discovered my new favorite beverage.
Oh, there's a crossbow.
If anything can kill them, this should do it.
I have a feeling we're getting very unlucky with special here. Are you kidding me? No chest up here? I thought I was going to be able to run into more units here, but...
Your group now holds an additional piece of the map. Well played.
So... 456 is the damage you get. And on the next unit that comes over, I'm going to show you what happens when you shoot at close range. Now, this doesn't happen in a solo match versus AI. And this kind of tells me that the crossbow is not working as intended. At least projectiles are not.
Your group now holds the final piece of the map. The lost pages of the Necronomicon and Kandarian dagger are within reach. My plan will only succeed with these items.
I don't think he's going to be using his ability. I don't want to reduce my fear here and start this objective just to test things out. It'd be nice if I had more special, but let's see. Okay, so there is a unit there. I'm gonna let him come close. Oh no, he's trying to help me, but 1,027. And that's with the explosive crossbow. But what ends up happening is when you shoot up close, is the bolt will go way off course. And yeah. The best way to show this is with the explosive crossbow, but it's not happening in this mode either. Just trying to get as much special I can here, and hopefully look for a blunderbuss as well to really show the damage numbers and the differences. I'm not getting very lucky on weapons.
The survivors have begun to collect the lost pages of the Necronomicon. Be vigilant. Spirits of the book will stop at nothing.
And I don't think the explosive crossbow is good against Ball. The only person that I do think it's good is against Necro, but I don't think it's good with Ed because the damage numbers he puts out is so low. Like, you see that I'm getting 300 points of damage there, but I would be getting 900 with a body shot with a regular crossbow. 713 with a headshot on our elite. An explosive radius on the explosive crossbow isn't that good. And you get the 2-shot, and special is so hard to find an elite. Another reason why I don't like the explosive crossbow. It's good on like Ruby, but it's better to find a grenade launcher with Ruby than as the explosive. Because you just, like I said, the radius I think is bigger. He's dead. 2 shots.
Oh, this'll dissect it.
Gotta reload this thing.
Get the aim a little bit above their head with the crossbow too. A little bit above their head and to the left to get a headshot. Especially against Necro. I may get them, let them get the second point by themselves, just so I can try and find a better weapon here.
Rarest and most powerful artifacts.
So let's see what that point is. Perfect. It's not Vasquez. So I'm gonna go on the hunt for ammo and look for a regular crossbow.
I've discovered my new favorite beverage.
Let's switch to the shotgun just for now. And put this into fear. Health. I'm fine with getting possessed. I just don't want them near me when I do.
This nightmare, once and for all.
Let's see.
Huh. That's really not bad.
I don't have the special to do that. That's what I need. And this. See? Our special. Regular crossbow. Perfect.
That's more my style.
I'll put this into health. They're kind of just hanging out up there because they don't know. I don't think they know what to do. Okay. It's a good thing we have our ability here. So let's see what kind of damage we could do. 197 with a headshot. So if we could find a crossbow, that would be freaking perfect. 731. But that wasn't at close range. It's an arrow gun.
Certainly seek out more of these.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's go for the body shot with that. See? It just takes one body shot with the crossbow. Ooh, that was a perfect example of it not hitting the target. Too bad we weren't using explosive crossbow there. So it's 878 from close up, which is pretty good. You could one-shot an elite with that. I just kind of hope we could, and that's with a regular crossbow. Blue. Okay. You know what? I wonder if I'm going to be able to get this next point. Because I maybe get feared off. Even against AI. Interesting concept. I don't know what the AI is going to do to me. Because the AI can be on them as well as me at the same time. Yeah, nothing here.
You think I'm afraid of you? I did Henrietta's daughter.
Repeating crossbow. Repeating crossbow with Ed is awful. You go through too much special ammo. And it's just... Yeah, look at that. 1,600 at that range. Like, think if that was a possessed unit. Please give me a blunderbuss. Now that's just bad aim. Bad aim. That's the problem with the crossbow. I mean, that's not the problem with the crossbow, that's the problem with my aim. I feel kind of iffy about using it though, because you do have to aim it differently than a hit scan weapon. So let's just use our amulets here. Normally we'd give it to our warrior ash, but I don't think he knows what to do here.
Collection of the Kandarian dagger has begun. This represents a grave threat to the evil dead. Be prepared to do battle.
Oh, I fucked that up. Look at that. Almost half its health. Just by a headshot. Perfect. Right there. I was gonna hit the unit, but somehow I hit the support ash there.
Once and for all.
Ooh. Look, almost killed boss with that. 2 shots. 3, so basically 3 shots with a crossbow.
Won't survive long without ammo.
Wow. So I activated my ability there, but Ball's still dead.
I wasn't scared before.
There we go.
Now I'm even
You have to
less.
physically turn off your flashlight. Oh, too as well. Now I may actually leave them just to go get ammo here. They may fail this objective, but unfortunately I just need ammo. Just for damage testing, yeah.
I swear, Professor Nobi, we'll make this right.
You have obtained the Kandarian dagger, a legendary artifact with power to burn undead flesh. Armed with the lost pages and the Kandarian dagger, you must now expel the Dark Ones from our realm.
So we're getting very bad luck with weapons here and ammo. Lots of handgun, lots of long. And normally you want to save the gun you're going to use for book phase. So whatever ammo you're going to use. So for me it would have been special, but jeez Louise. And I'm not getting lucky here. I want to be using a blunderbuss just to see it. The DPS numbers. So I believe the crossbow's better. I truly do with Ed. But I think the repeating crossbow is just awful. It's only good for Amanda. And the explosive crossbow is only good for Ruby and Annie. But even then, it's not that very good for them. Like, it's better to use a grenade launcher. So really, like, there should only be one crossbow in the game, in my opinion. Or they should buff the explosive crossbow for Ed. Like, so it's not good with every character, but if you want to go Ed, the explosive crossbow is a good option to go. And I feel like that should be the same thing with the repeating crossbow. But then you can make an argument, well, you know, Hunter Ash uses a shotgun, so shouldn't both those shotguns work for him? And yeah, I could see that argument. But Ed doesn't really have... His whole kit's based on RNG and early gameplay, so he doesn't have anything really to help him in that late game. And I think that thing that would help him in that late game is buffing up the other crossbows. I mean, in this game I'm talking about the best team comp is with Ed, but that's because they have the best team synergy with Blacksmith. Ooh. Please don't keep... Oh my god. I lagged. Let's see.
This is how associate professors make history do it.
Ooh. Please don't. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but it happens. Aim is really bad with the crossbow. I feel like that's why people don't use the crossbows. It's the aiming that's required to use it. It's not very clear how to use projectiles work in this game. I mean, why would somebody using a saw gun when they could use a submachine gun? You know? Or a hunting rifle. The saw gun has the same dismemberment as a hunting rifle.
Defend the book. The demon will stop at nothing to destroy it.
Now I have 9 shots. Let's see if they're gonna drop me ammo. That's handgun. And he's using special. Oh, he was. Ooh. That's why he's shooting you. So you see, it almost takes 3 shots to kill basically his ray off his SP. But that's still pretty good. The problem is just aiming the crossbow. I did not have ammo to deal with them. Oh. Let's see, I have 3 shots here. Oh, we almost got that. See that? No.
yet.